looking at Enbridge's own records, and not just looking at what happened in Marshall, Michigan in July 2010, but looking at their own records, I want to just go through some of the major spills that have occurred in the fairly recent past. 2001, Alberta, over 1 million gallons were spilled. 2002, Minnesota, 250,000 gallons. 2003, Wisconsin, 189,000. 2007, Wisconsin again, 176,000. Alberta, 168,000 in 2009. North Dakota, 125,000. Goes on and on and on. Michigan, July 2010. The number that we see is about 877,000 gallons. I think it's commonly accepted by most people that it's closer to 1 million gallons that were spilled at Marshall. You get the picture. And these are just the major spills that Enbridge has been involved in over those several years. Liz mentioned a little bit about the spill at Odessa, Saskatchewan. It occurred in September 2009. I want to reemphasize this point. That line was installed in the same year, 1953, as the lines were installed out here in the Straits of Mackinac. And I want to quote here. This is from a report put together by a Canadian investigation board. This is a quote. A leak occurred at a crack within a shallow dent at the 6 o'clock position on the pipe. The line was coated with coal tar sealant. Keep that in mind, coal tar sealant. Same sealant that was used on these lines out here. The coating in the immediate vicinity of the leak was missing, gone. And as I said, that's exactly the same coating that was used out here, and it raises all kinds of questions, at least from an engineering point of view, of the integrity of the coating here at the Straits. We feel that one of the most significant hazards of these pipelines is from external corrosion from the outside of the pipeline. But let's go back to 1953 for a few minutes. Engineers and scientists in 1953 could not and did not foresee everything that has happened since then. None of us can. None of us can see the future. One of the things that has happened since 1953 is the advent of zebra mussels in our part of the world. I live on Burt Lake. We have zebra mussels in Burt Lake. There's zebra mussels all over the Great Lakes. They arrived here in the 1980s. They're an invasive species, and quite frankly, no one in 1953 could have ever anticipated the arrival of the zebra mussels. As I think everybody here knows, they adhere to everything. They adhere to pipelines just like they adhere to my dock on Burt Lake. Can they be harmful? Yes. Yes, they can. Dr. Ed Tim, who is an associate of Liz and myself at Flow, has picked up on this point and has really worked with the rest of us to develop some very interesting thoughts. Photographs that were taken, that are on the internet, that were taken of these lines clearly show that zebra mussels are attached to the lines. There's no question, they're there. So what does this really mean? Well, the lines were never designed for the extra weight, and you think zebra mussels are tiny little things, but millions and millions of these. A lot of extra weight is put on these lines. It creates all sorts of stress on the line that the line was never designed to handle. So that's point number one. The lines were not designed to accommodate this extra weight that's created by the zebra mussels. Next point, zebra mussels prevent a thorough inspection from the outside of the line. You can send a diver down, but what's the diver going to see? They're going to see zebra mussels. They're not going to see the things they should be looking for in terms of corrosion on the line. And lastly, because of what I just said in terms of inspection, pinhole leaks through the coal tar sealant are hidden. You can't find any pinhole leaks that could be allowing materials such as the waste material, the feces from the zebra mussels, which is acidic, getting through the coating and to the bare steel of the pipe.